When you're working on a creative project, you think you're writing the best novel, you think you're writing the best song or filming the best movie. So how do you think the idea of prototyping, of creating lean versions could apply to the creative sector, if at all? So to avoid that, investing time, resources, money, effort in something that might not have an audience or might not be as good as you believe.
Well, I don't want to sort of quote Facebook as a positive, because I've been very critical of Facebook in many ways, but that move fast and break things mantra I think is very good for creative industries. Just that the idea that you have to keep experimenting, and actually artistically I think most artists are aware that you have to, you keep trying things, and you can't become too in love with your work. The film industry uses this phrase, kill your babies, talking about screenplays. You have a really great scene and you're really happy with it and you've worked on it and you love it, but it just doesn't work. So you just have to cut it. It has to go. And I think artists are maybe more than we give them credit. They're used to that way of thinking, that way of working. So they can work in that kind of agile, flexible, lean way of adapting and moving quickly and moving on. Perhaps more than we credit, but it is a problem for sure. I mean, the idea that, particularly if you're a very powerful artist in let's say the music industry or the film industry, and everybody around you just has to agree with whatever you say, you get into, I guess, vanity projects where the artist says, I want to do this and I want to do it this way, and you can't disagree with me because this is my project. And those projects don't really work, of course, but fundamentally, I see the artistic creative process as one that is adaptive and that is flexible and that is changing. If you're writing something, don't get too hung up on the first sentence. Move on to the second sentence. All of those things you're told when you're writing or you're making movies or you're making music can apply, I think.